in 2000, today's 2016. I recall we were coming down from Tanay, and we dropped by this restaurant that has a good view of the valley. And it was there where I announced, although earlier, before we left the retreat house, it was already proposed that about the possibility of bringing Heartspace to Manila. And of course, I agreed to it tentatively. But when we finally reached the restaurant, and I really felt the closeness and the community that was starting to grow from my frequent associations with you, it was then that I thought the time has come to bring Heartspace to Manila. It was a humble beginning. It was a humble, lowly beginning. And we have come a long way since. And I must say that I have seen our community here grow incredibly fast. We have grown incredibly fast in size. But I think we should not be flattered by externals. We shouldn't be flattered by surface growth. Because in spite of the reach and influence Heartspace has exerted in the lives of so many, I think the most important impact is what happens to us internally. We may be flattered, amazed, and awed by the external growth, expansion, and progress. I hope it is the same interiorly. I hope it is so interiorly. Because external good or benefit can only be validated and authenticated to the extent that we have beaten our interior roots. Of what use are the branches that are spread out so far and wide when the root within is rotting or has not grown deep enough? And you, my dear meditators, are the bricks and stones of Heartspace. You are the bricks and stones of Heartspace. You are the bricks and stones of this structure. And the foundation stone is the Lord. The foundation stone is the Lord. And we as bricks and stones are built on that foundation. And what glues us together is faith, hope, and love. This is the evangelical character of Heartspace. Because our lives, our mission, our community is glued by faith, hope, and love. And through this dangerous pandemic, I thank each of you for the great work. That you never put your guard down. You never brought it down. You never relaxed your guard. You've always been vigilant, committed, and upbeat. And that is something I will be very grateful for each of you and to each of you. For your perseverance, for your commitment, steadfastness, faithfulness. And through this pandemic, you managed to explore other platforms, just so you can keep the momentum, just so you can keep seeing each other, even just virtually. And it's so heartwarming to see all of you happy today, knowing that this is the first time we are meeting face to face. But I haven't seen all of you in more than 1 year. And it just feels good to be here, to see all of you still at it, persevering, energetic, optimistic, and really being enriched by the sharing you hear from one another through your virtual meet. And not only that, we are able to recruit new members, new explorers, new adventurers who will soon give their lives to the mission of Heartspace. So the pandemic is not the last word. The last word is God's providence. The last word is God's abiding, amazing grace. And that is something we have all responded to. And that itself is grace. So through thick and thin, through the ups and downs, you stuck it out. And this fills me with pure amazement. Yes, pure amazement because I regret not being able to spend time with you during the times you were together, even virtually. I do regret the times I failed or I never made it to be with you. But as I have said earlier today, I beg your indulgence. I just couldn't make it on a regular basis. I haven't started anything with you, but as early as now, I cannot do regular when it comes to, I get the regular attendee, I get the regular participant when it comes to your virtual meeting because of reasons I have already given early on today. Because of more responsibilities that would call for my presence and attention, you will have to excuse me from these virtual meetings. Anyway, we have already able leaders in the community who can facilitate these group meetings on a weekly basis. You take turns, and I'm sure many have been enriched by your sharing and explanations and your own personal opinions that have grown in you through years of faithful meditation. So this fills me with pure amazement. I know that we will continue for the years to come. I know we will count more years ahead because meditation is not our work. This is God's work. If God decides one day to say, I'm done with you, we're done. I have used you enough, then we can back up because the work is over. It is God who calls the shots. It is God who has the last word. We are completely at the mercy of God. We are completely at God's beck and call. When He says to dismiss, then we go. But for as long as God uses us, for as long as we are able to impact lives, for as long as we're able to change lives, for as long as we're able to contribute positively to the life of the church, by your witnessing, then the show goes on. But not that we are good, not that we are performers. God uses us to glorify Himself. So I know we will count more years ahead. And nothing that you have done yesterday, today, or tomorrow will ever be in vain. Because nothing done in honor of the Lord will ever be wasted. God is smiling on us today, if only because you have made Heartspace a house of prayer, a house of healing, and above all, a house of God.